Hello, my dear Armenians. These are the news from Western Armenia, especially for you. Western Armenia presidential elections. Shiite Mosque in Aygek destroyed under construction pretext. Araks border 32 or 44 km. Mher Grigoryan must clarify. Delay arrests in Armenia after leaving Artsakh. View from Yerevan. AzerTac calls Armenia's capital Yerevan. Turkey refuses to name street after Armenian doctor. Turkish parliament proposal to use Aghtamar instead of Agdamar. FrancoFest, French literature in Armenia. The National Assembly of Western Armenia will hold the official presidential election event on November 22 at 11:30, continuing until 4 p.m. All delegates and guests are respectfully invited to participate. Pre-registration is required. Artsakh's cultural heritage ombudsman Hovik Avanesov reports that Azerbaijani authorities continue cultural genocide in occupied Artsakh. Not only Armenian, but now also Islamic monuments are being destroyed. A recent case is the complete demolition of the Shiite Mosque in Aygek village, justified as construction work. Rafik Ortosyan from the Foundation for the Study of Armenian Architecture presented clear evidence of state-led destruction. Similar actions happened in 2020, including missile strikes on Shushi's Upper Mosque. This shows Azerbaijan is violating UNESCO and huge convention standards, and the international community must react urgently. The government announced a new border clarification in Syunik, causing concerns about Mher's security. After the USSR collapsed in 1991, these borders were already defined and repeatedly confirmed, so the need for a new extraordinary demarcation is unclear. Soviet maps show the Nernadzor-Nakhichevan line as 44 km, while the US ambassador mentioned 32 km, which raises suspicion. These contradictions worry the public and require clear explanation from the authorities. The National Council of Western Armenia says the process is illegitimate because Yerevan's authorities do not have the legal right to negotiate borders under the Treaty of Sevres. They stress that borders cannot be changed after genocide and ethnic cleansing of Armenians in Western Armenia or Artsakh. The writer recalls the life in Artsakh, where police were respectful, supportive, and mission-in-aid order with dignity. There were no provocations against the church or clergy, and national values and history were openly celebrated. Even before displacement, people heard that the enemy was preparing prisons for Artsakh veterans. Since moving to Armenia, they witnessed daily arrests with no clear end in sight. They describe Artsakh as a sacred place where freedom of speech and identity were never restricted. Azerbaijan State News Agency has begun using the altered name Yerevan instead of official name of Armenia's capital. This is viewed as a politically motivated and provocative gesture by Baku. Tigran Toraman, a respected doctor from Ordu, and his brother, pharmacist Artem Toraman, devoted their lives to serving the community. Despite their contribution, local authorities refused to name the street of their 150-year-old family home in their honor. The Torman brothers, descendants of a genocide surviving family, faced property pressures and denialist policies. In Ordu, Armenian and Greek cultural traces are gradually erased, making the refusal even more painful. During a session of Turkish parliament, Dem Party MP Gülcan Kaçmaz Sayed proposed officially restoring the Armenian name Aghtamar instead of Akdamar. She pointed out that other communities like the Assyrians recently had original place names restored. She argued that Armenians should have free access to hold mass on the island at any time, not only once a year. She also called for revealing Van's cultural potential ahead of the 2026 year of Urartu. With Agba Bank's support, FrancoFest returned to Yerevan for the third time, presenting 4 new French books translated into Armenian. The festival's main guest was writer and philosopher Pascal Bruckner, who attended the presentation of the Armenian edition of My Little Husband. Newmac Publishing highlighted its goal of bringing modern French literature to Armenia and thanked Agba Bank for its continuing partnership. Bruckner emphasized the long Armenian-French cultural connection and said he was excited to see how Armenian readers would respond to his book. For the first time, Armenia joined 49 countries in submitting its own Goncourt Prize candidate. This year's Armenian winner is Gayol Fayez' novel Jacaranda. If you have any questions or want to learn more, you can visit our official link. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.